Alright, so I'm chilling in bed and I thought it would be fun to do this video a little bit different than I normally do. So thanks for tuning back into Vicariously Living. Today's video is about part 3 in Morocco. So let's get into it. So first off, we are to our first market. So we went to our first night market last night, and so it was definitely a different vibe than the morning market. Later on, we thought about how skincare is a little sketchy because we don't know what the ingredients are, and then also really not sure how much we trust market things. But it was fun to look at what they have to offer and then kind of compare the difference between going to the night market and seeing somebody who sells what they make, or what seems like they sell what they make. This is around in the day-to-day life instead of getting a taxi or just like missing out on like the smaller area, like the not popular areas of town. So here we are just exploring, and we ended up walking to this one store where I ended up getting some clothes, and we got clothes together to match for our future trip, which will be later on. And I guess the owner, he has family in Georgia, and Chris and him were able to connect about that. And here we are actually going to the same market that we went to the night before during the day. Totally different vibe. Just heads up, when you get some shoes, just know what you're getting, know what brands you want. There's clearly so much of everything, and I honestly can't remember if there's even a place to try on clothes. Chris gets another guy that wants to show him everything. So not only does he want to show him how great the material is, you know, says hello to his friends and says, oh, come check out this area, but also he wants to show us around the area, which is kind of fun. So we have our own little tour guide again. And he tells us that there's a mosque inside of the side behind us, to our left, which I think he'll point out again. There's kids running around. There's just so many places that sell similar things, but everybody knows certain people that they want to show different stores. So here he is specifically showing us to stores that he wants to show us to, which again is fine. I ended up finding some really cute chunky sandals that I liked. I think Chris did end up finding something later on, but that is just kind of how it is you find people you like. And then this one was kind of crazy. There was a hotel within the market, which I'm not sure how I feel about staying there because I'm kind of curious what the inside of one looks like. But Chris was on a hunt for some shoes, and we went to so many different stores. And if you have big feet, I will say that big feet don't run very easily out there. And again, we're just walking here after we left the last guy, and we have another guy who wants to show us around. So at this point, I think Chris was over a lot of people coming up to wanting to buy things from, or wanting him to buy something. So here I am using my phone. I'm trying not to use my service too much, so I turn on my data just to figure out where I am to get where we want to be, which was the mall at the moment. And then I turn the data off just to make sure that we have a path made. So that's one easy way to save on data use. And here we are going through the market maze, a lot more lively during the day. And now we're getting into some food. So I think breakfast was not really our thing when we were out here. Breakfast is definitely a different vibe, kind of like small, simple, kind of high carb meals, and maybe like egg, coffee, like toast or crepes type of vibe. But this place was really cute and bougie. We did like their dinner better over there, but when we finally made it to the mall, we got a good kind of like so-called classic shawarma and kebab type of dish that you can find, and it was really good. And this has kind of been my go-to for the rest of the trip, and I just love that you can sit outside and eat and enjoy the view. Because we didn't like the breakfast at the bottom of the mall, we know that there's a grocery store, so we went grocery shopping to get a whole bunch of goodies for breakfast. Really excited to see how breakfast goes. So that is day 3 in a nutshell, and If you have any questions or if you have anything you'd like to add, please comment below. Thanks for tuning in.